Okay. All right. Hello, Megan. How are you today?
Great.
Great. Okay, that's good. So today I'm going to be interviewing you about the change that you're trying to make and moving out of your parents' house and into your very first own apartment. Okay, so the purpose of this interview is to just talk about your goals, some of your goals, for me to assess you on where you are in achieving those goals. And then at the end of the interview, we're going to develop an action plan. And then the action plan is going to consist of steps and then an evaluation to know that you have achieved that goal. Okay. All right. So today, my role is going to be to facilitate this conversation. I'm just going to ask you specific questions about you moving out of your parents' house and moving into your very first own apartment. The interview will be initially 30 minutes long. And after the interview, I will ask you to fill out a feedback form just to get your thoughts and your feelings about, how the interview went overall. How do you feel about my role as a facilitator? Okay. And I want you to take into consideration that my grade is not going to be affected by, the feedback that you do give. So just be honest and clear. Okay. So there are limits to confidentiality. The interview will be screen recorded, so it is right now, and it will be used for my course assignment. With that being said, I will be sending this video to two people, my instructor and a peer reviewer. They both will be going over the video, and right after this assignment is done, then the video will be deleted. Okay, and if you ever feel like a question is too personal, or you don't really feel comfortable answering that question, just let me know. We can move on from that, of course. Okay, so none of the information that you do tell will be used outside the interview, just to let you know. Like, I won't need your full name, I won't need your address or any date of birth or any other, personal information. Just your first name, Megan. After we are done with the video, if you do want to look at it, you can. So just let me know about that at the end. The interview is voluntary, so if you feel like you don't want to do it anymore, right, and you don't want to participate, you can just let me know, and we can go our separate ways. So another thing is, I just want to mention that I am a college student, so I am liable to report any health risks that could arise during the interview. And since I am a college student, there are some things that I can't speak on because I just don't have the knowledge, or, I just don't really know anything about that topic or issue. So if you want me to assist you to a professional, then I can definitely do that. So if you understand these terms and these guidelines, then we can get started. Cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my first question to you is going to be a scale question. So from 1 to 10, 1 being nowhere near ready, 10 being completely ready, how ready are you to move out and move into your first apartment?
About a 7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I feel like a 7 that's a good number. Like, it's not low, it's pretty high, it's up there. So when we think about a 7, we want to think, okay, what are some factors that have influenced, that rating that you just gave yourself? Like, where are you right now that makes you a 7? What have you done? What have you not done?
Well, I've thoroughly been looking at different apartments in different locations where I want to live, and also like I've been saving money, making sure that I have these different things that I know are, if I do find the perfect place that I want to move to, that I have that direct deposit in that first months, and make sure I have all my deposits for different things that I want to do, and money for furniture as well. So I think it's a pretty high number. It's just, for me to go higher on that scale, like I have to find like the place that I want.
Okay, so just narrowing it down to the exact place that you want to move into. So you said that you got your deposit ready, you got first month's rent ready, you're kind of on that verge of having things set, but you just need to you're just trying to lock it into one place.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, cool. Okay, so you know, this whole apartment thing, looking for apartments, trying to figure out all the information that's given to you, the lease, the landlord, it's a lot of things. So it can be stressful, but it can be fun at the same time. What are some factors that influence, you know, you trying to find this perfect apartment, or not so perfect, but the apartment that you feel like will suit you?
Mm-hmm.
So what are some things that are you looking for?
Like give me an example of what you mean by that.
So by factors, I mean, what are some things that you are wanting to see in this apartment? Are you looking for good location? Are you looking for a two-bedroom? Are you looking, are you considering moving in with somebody? That's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is it close to where you work at? Traveling back and forth to work and to home. So what are some things that really help you figure out, okay, this is the apartment that I feel like I should get?
Well, for my first apartment, if I could find it, it would be a two-bedroom, one bath in a safe location where I am close to both my jobs,
Yeah.
where I feel comfortable and I feel secure in
Okay.
my own little spot. So,
So comfortability and you want to be secure, that those are two important things. And like I said, yeah, the whole job thing, you want to make sure, you're in a certain vicinity that you can get to work fast, quick, you're not dealing with traffic, you don't want to do with that. So yeah, those are definitely some factors that you have to take into consideration when you're trying to find this apartment. All right.
mhm.
So why do you want to make this change? Like what are your reasons to do this?
Well, it's just I am now like um 21 and I just feel like I need a change. Like I need to move out on my own and do my own thing. And on top of that, like I've been having problems in the household that I'm in with different people.
Yeah,
Um and it's just time to just move out.
time to move out. Okay, I understand that definitely. So you're ready to move out, you feel like you want to be on your own now. You want to be in a place where you can literally just, have your own whereabouts, you only have to deal with the things that you bring into your apartment, living in your parents' home. I understand that like there's a lot of different people to worry about, to deal with. You love them, of course, but you're ready to be a true adult, make that big step into adulthood.
Hmm.
All right. So this will definitely be a new experience for you. All right. So since this is something so big and so new, what are some things that you have been through in the past that you have um, been responsible for, just some past experiences that will help you with this change, that you feel like will help you with this change that you've been through?
Well, like last year I was a college student and I was living out on my own. Yes, I had a roommate, but I was still on my own, and I felt like that was an experience to have for me to actually like move out because I had to do a lot of things by myself, like get groceries for my own
Definitely.
for my side of the room, and I had to make sure like I had bedding and like a refrigerator, make sure I had my snacks and
Yeah.
different things like that. So it's just that past experience was like it felt good. It felt like I like being out on my own. So it's like, okay, well now that I'm not in college anymore and like it's just time for me to make this change, I think, you know. So
So you feel like the college experience has been something that you've done that could help you, that like, okay, I have this experience of being in college, I know I can do this, you can do this. So what about some things that you have that are like responsibilities that could help you? Because with apartments, you gotta make sure you keep up on rent, you got bills to pay. So what are some things that you have right now that are gonna help you with that?
well, you do have to be truly responsible. So I just recently purchased my first car by myself, and it was a really big step for me. And um, I make sure I pay my payments in advance or on time
Okay.
because it's just to get that loan down, and I don't have to make
Yeah.
so many payments.
Yeah.
And
Gotta make sure you're on top of that. Definitely.
make sure I pay my insurance, and just make sure I keep up with the maintenance on the car. Like, that's a big responsibility to have. So,
Okay, yeah, those are definitely some big responsibilities. So I'm glad you have that, because that is going to help you with this big step that you're trying to make, this change that you're trying to make. Okay, so um, with that being said, you got bills, for your car, you might have a phone bill, certain those type of responsibilities. How do you currently view your financial situation? How do you feel about it? Do you feel like you're secure enough right now? When you make this big move, are you still going to be stable? Those are some things you got to make sure that you think about and that, you're aware of.
I think I'm going to be fine because I manage my money very well, and I've gotten